got possession for Rovers, and when that first tackle's completed, Rovers are only 4 metres away from Swinton territory. Danny Kermond, after an impressive showing last week, he's set off well again this week, makes good yards there from the dummy half. And here's Gareth Amford. First drive for Big Gaz. He's tackled 25 metres out. Now ball's with Paul Amford, inside ball to Dickens, and a lovely ball to Wildboard, who's hit the line late. Wildboard's looking for support. He's found Steve Dooler. Great handoff from Dooler. He's looking to score at the side of the post. I think he's got the ball down. Referee points, awards the try. Wonderful start for Featherstone Rovers. I think it's just the 4th tackle, and Rovers are well inside Swinton territory. And now here's Amford. Dummy run from field. Amford went back the other way. Gives it to Chris Ross. Chris Ross, half a gap there. It's 5th and last now. Rovers 25 metres away. Ball goes to Paul Amford. He drills a kick throw along the floor. John Whittle's there to pick it up. He's got support with Jamie Field, and Rovers have scored the 2nd try of the afternoon. Another try underneath the post, and terrific attacking rugby league from Featherstone Rovers. Dooler plays the ball to Paul Hughes. Here's Amford. Oh, brilliant inside ball from Tommy Hockey to Loz Wildboard, and Loz Wildboard's going to go in the corner, and that is an absolutely fantastic try, is that? It was Paul Amford. He fed Tommy Hockey, and again for the 2nd time already this afternoon, Loz Wildboard come late from fullback. The try hasn't been given yet though. I mean, no, it's. I think the touch judge thinks he saw a forward pass there and has ruled the try out. Has it? Well, if it were a forward pass, I don't understand why it's a tap on the 20. So bit of confusion there. He gets out of his 20 and takes the tackle 23 metres away from his own line. Kermond's at acting half. That means he'll go himself. Oh, and he's done well as Kermond. He's beat the marker defences. He's brought on the line, and he's up to the Swinton 40 before the tackle comes in. Here's Paul Amford. Ball to Jamie Field, who offloads well to Cardoza, who's across the field looking for work. He gives it to his centre partner Whittle, and he takes the tackle 28 metres away from the Swinton line. Juggles with that ball, does Field, but then it's a lovely ball to Amford, and then it's a lovely ball from Amford to Tommy Hockey, and Tommy Hockey scores Rovers' 3rd try underneath the post.
It's a long time since I saw Featherstone Rovers as hungry for work as they really are going. They're really hammering into the Swinton players. They're showing hunger for work, they're showing pride, they're showing enthusiasm. They are really up for it again this afternoon. Well done, lads.
Here's Jamie Field in attack now. Disappointing for Rovers is that Lost Wildboard's having to come off the field. Took a knock in a tackle, probably a bit of a dead leg, but Rovers look like they could get in here again at the corner. It's Dean Colton. Rovers have got in. This time the pass is not forward. Colton grounds the ball. He's got the try that he could have had a few minutes ago, and it's Featherstone 22, Swinton 0. Swinton gets it to Paul Amford. Not a lot on for Amford, so he takes the line on himself, takes the tackle. He's put down just 2 metres away. Swinton's here at dummy half and gives it to Chris Ross this time. Ball to Dooler. If Dooler can get away, well, Dooler scored a try. He's done better than get away. I was saying he had an overlap with Colton on his left, but strength. He went into the tackle, big handoff again, spun out of the tackle and dropped over the line and went over for Rovers' 5th try of the afternoon. Swinton's the acting halfback. Gets it to Anforth. Ball goes behind Chris Ross. It's picked up by Dale Cardoza. He sets off on a run and gives the ball to Dean Colton. Dean Colton, what a try from Dean Colton. That was marvellous play. We played 15 minutes of this second half. So far the teams haven't troubled the scorers in this second half. Jamie Field tries to there. He come onto that ball at speed. Anforth gets it away to Hughes. Oh, out the back door to Danny Kermond. Kermond sneaks in the corner. That was great work there from Rovers substitute Wayne McHugh. He got the ball quickly, passed it behind his back. Kermond was there. Kermond dived in the corner for the try. The first points of the second half. Rovers 36, Swinton Lions 0. Poor ball that from dummy half, cleaned up by Anforth. Field loses the ball, but it goes backwards. He gives it to Wayne McHugh. McHugh's off on a bit of a run now, and McHugh's away from the defenders. He's got support here from Carl Hughes. He's found his brother Paul. Paul scores just to the right of the uprights. What a superb try out of nothing from found his brother Paul. Good offload from David Bates to Watkins. This is Gorton. He's beaten Wild Boar, and Swinton are in for the first try of the afternoon. Just a shame Rovers went within 5 minutes of holding Swinton out.
Gavin Swinton in the action half-back position, ball out, coming along the wing now. Full back, lost Wild Boar, drinking, diving, looking for the first touchdown. Again, Gavin Swinton, half-back.
Call somebody, yes.
There was John Whittle just being brought down just before the line. In fact, he hasn't. He scored the first try. That was a surprise.
Go on, Tommy. Put him on down.
Person at the moment playing with just 12 players.
Give it.
Yeah. Very soft side there for Dean Colton. Staying back in the halfway pack. We've got a player on the ground.
All right, yeah.
Go on, Jamie.
Gavin Swinton's got the ball, made the break.
Come on, Swinny!
Excellent pass, straight out. Must be a try. Third try to Preston Rovers. Blackpool Borough trying to bring the ball forward. Just short of the halfway mark at the moment. Straight in under the post.
That's a good straight line, man.
Keep them outside that line, though.
Person taking the ball forward. Nicely forward. Straight into the post. Paul Amper, Dag Amper, straight into the post. And a cane, brought short, just short of the line. Person knock on. No, we haven't seen it. And he's got to try from the kick Paul Amper.
Donkeys!
I think Person might score here. Got the ball forward. Back to the pass. Straight on. Try by Wayne McGill. Just by the post. They haven't had much to do, but when they've been called to do it, they've done it. They work together as a team.
Good ball.
Running away.
Go on, Cal. Go on, Cal. Keep it, lad. Go on, Blake.
Richard Blakeway's got the ball now.
Blake, Cal.
Up to the Blackpool 25-yard mark. Person Rovers on the attack. That scores there on the post. Dragging over a Blackpool player with it. In fact, the Blackpool player, which he took over, was Johnny Barton. John Chamberlain again decides to take the tackle instead of trying to get the ball out. Realising that Person will seize upon the opportunity.
Offside! Off bloody side! Play on! Good ball! Go on, Matt! Go on! Lovely!
Try under the post. Yes, game over. Preston Rovers 58. Blackpool Gladiators well and truly beaten 0-3. Hold on, number 9 bringing the ball out. Send it forward, they've got the overlap here, and they must be in here. Defence looks in a little bit of array today. They didn't have much defending to do last weekend at Blackpool where they won 58-0. Person have got the ball. It's going forward like a steam train. Preston Rovers must be a try here for Person. Scintillating play there, finally brought down, just a few yards short, John Whittle. Andy Kane acting half back, across to number 7, number 12, Steve Dolan's got the ball, he back to the 10-yard mark. The Pheasant Rovers supporters are really getting behind the team now, shout of Rovers, Rovers, kick forward, excellent try there, well taken by Wayne McHugh, he had to jump up in the air, pick the ball up, the referee has gone to the touch judge, he rings the ball, went to touch, I disagree with him, the players, the fans disagree with him. Jeremy Field is in the heart of everything that Featherstone try to do at the moment. Oldham ducking and diving, looks like they've got the advantage here, they're in again. Mr. Onyanga scores on that left wing. The dummy runner there, I'm sure it was an obstruction, but the referee is having none of it. Oh, a good high tackle going in there. Referee's blown his whistle and his handbags again. Some right foot fist going here. I'm sure Mohammed Ali would have been absolutely brilliant at this. Gavin Swinson again, out in half back, looks around for his options, swings the ball out, Dickens forward. Richard Blakeway going forward. Somebody's seen something there. Interference and play the ball. Going forward. He's got try. Featherstone Rovers have scored. Just to the left-hand side of the post. The fans are absolutely ecstatic. Oldham running away with the ball now. Bit of a high tackle there. High shot by Featherstone. But Gavin Swinson having no nonsense. More handbags. The fighting. Everybody's joining in now. And the Oldham player has walked to the cheers of all the Pheasant Rovers fans. And hang on, he's not finished yet, he's calling forward a Pheasant Rovers player. He's calling forward Gavin Swinson. He's been given a yellow card. Ian Tongs with the ball, driving forward, held up just inches short of that line. Out in half back. Stuart Dickens dives straight over. Excellent play by Pheasant Rovers. There was no chance of stopping anybody. Announcement made there, missed out what it was. Pheasant Rovers missed out a chance there, and Oldham come away with the ball. Surely they must score here. Oldham have scored. The Oldham fans go absolutely modern celebration. Referee points the whitewash. Oldham have scored. Oldham take the upper hand. Oldham have been penalised. Holding the ball back. Pheasant Rovers have got a penalty. Rovers decided to run the ball forward. Spin out to left wing. Lost by a ball, brought forward just before the Oldham try line. Pheasant Rovers going forward again. Spin the ball about. Oh, he's got fighting Pheasant Rovers. Charlie Hughes dives over. Same place as Stuart Dickens. Pheasant Rovers are back in it. Pheasant take the ball forward. Blakeway just before the halfway mark. Rovers looking forward to an attack here. Featherstone could. Oh, we're away here! We must score! We're away again! There we are! Just to the right of post! Featherstone Rovers are ahead! The Featherstone Rovers fans are absolutely delirious! The flag saying Featherstone! Super Fed! And that's what it is! Super Featherstone Rovers! First division, here we come! Oldham 18, Featherstone Rovers 24!
Well, Carl, you missed a lot of the start of the season through injury, but you've come back in a rich vein of form.
Yeah, it's always nice to score a couple of tries. On back of a lot of hard work from us forwards, We spoke at half time, we weren't completing the sets, went out, we were behind in second half. With Shu, Tonksy, Gaz Anford-Rawson just taking ball up. In second half we started completing the sets. On back of that, I was lucky enough to grab 2 tries. One of them, I just stayed on Tiger's inside. He likes his step and he likes his show and go. So I just stayed on Tiger's left-hand shoulder, and luckily for me, gap opened. I just went under the sticks. Second one was good work from Danny Kerman, who put Johnny through, and I just pushed through. We spoke a lot about pushing through as a team, and I just pushed through with Johnny Whittle, and it just found me out inside for winner, which now we can push on and push on for this league. I mean, obviously we're just saying, half-time, as I said earlier, we weren't completing the sets, we were missing one-on-one tackles, and we just said, go out, complete the sets, build a bit of pressure on them, and then when we have good ball, make us tries, and I think that's what we did in the last 20 minutes. We built up the pressure, and we come away with us 3 points. That's all that we need to do. We just need to concentrate on ourselves and getting our performance right, completing the sets, getting good ball, and working on his defence. I mean, Dave Downs has done a great job with us, working on us as key puppies and his defence. If we keep this up, I can't see why we can't win this league.
Surely this play for Featherstone must either tie the York players out or bring the advantage to Featherstone and get some points on the board. Rovers win the ball out. Hint of a forward pass there, but nothing. Here we go. Number 6, Andy Kane, straight on the post, sweet as a nut. Well done, Andy. Rovers on the attack, on the ascendancy. A little bit of a break there, but unfortunately another player going in, 4 tackles there to bring the Featherstone players down. Rovers going in again. Here we go. Andy Kane over for a try. Good interception here. Rovers must score. Andy Kane straight under the post. Rovers taking the ball forward. Danny Kerman takes the ball forward, brought down by two of the York players. Another try here must be. Tommy Hockey took the ball out towards the right, ducked, dived, received plenty of tension from the York players, but unfortunately they couldn't hold him down. The superior quality of the Rovers players. Well done, Tommy. 20-metre mark. Rovers swinging the ball out. Paul Hanforth with the ball. Through the hands of Andy Kane. Straight forward to Tommy Hockey. Straight down for a try. First tackle. Swinging the ball out to the left-hand side. Richard Blakeway ducking and diving, going forward. Some 5 metres short of the try line. Rovers going forward again. Gareth Hanforth takes the pass. I thought it was slightly forward, but straight in. Featherstone Rovers going forward again. Quick hands by Featherstone Rovers. We're going forward. We must score here. Surely it must be tried. No. The York defence held firm there, but Featherstone Rovers in. Danny Kerman scores a try, stretches over. The referee looks at touches, confirms that Featherstone Rovers have scored. Featherstone Rovers 40, York City Knights 8. Rovers running the ball forward. Dickens. James Houston taking the ball forward. Takes the tackle just for the try line. Featherstone Rovers going in. Oh, we've scored. Final score, Featherstone Rovers 46, York City Knights 12. Well done, Featherstone Rovers.
Well, Andy Kane, I think it finished York 12, Featherstone 46, and a couple of good first half tries for you.
Yeah, a couple of good first half tries, but it's a team performance. I can't get my tries unless our team's playing well. So we played pretty well first half. Second half were a bit dodgy, a lot of drop ball and didn't complete a set, started dropping off a few tackles, but we've still racked up, like you said, 46 points. So we're not playing, we're not on top form, and we're still racking them points, so we can't be doing too much wrong.
You've been at club a few weeks now. I wonder how you're settling in and what it's like to get back with Paul Amforth as an half-back partner.
Yeah, it's alright. He's a bit of a whinger, like he's Tiger, but you get used to it. I've known him a while, like, so you get used to it. But yeah, no, it's good. We've got a good partnership going together, and I think we gelled really well and worked well together. Yeah.
Well, Jamie, I think Rovers played well in first half. York come on stronger in second half, but overall a good professional job today.
Yeah, I think we did a professional job. I think we've been improving each week, in his performance. I don't think intensity was there as much as last week, but I think last week took a bit out of us. But to win 46 points when you're not on top of your game, I think it's just a testament to how well we're going at the moment, really.
And just a personal question for you, Jamie. I know you've got a lot of pedigree, having played quite a lot of Super League games. What's it like, and what's the biggest difference stepping down to NL2 for you?
Yeah, there is a difference. It's relaxed, but I've quite enjoyed, the relaxed approach. We're a great set of lads. We get on really well. So there's a bit of a gap between the top teams and the bottom teams, I'd say, in this league. But the top five are a pretty good standard, I'd say, in this league. And I've been really enjoying my footy.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. They're certainly a better standard than last year. A lot of teams in it, but Rovers, they're up there at the top, and it's in our hands really. And we've got to push on for the rest of the season. Yeah,
well, I believe we'll be champions this year, and I think we keep working as we are doing and keep grafting away. We'll go a long way to being that.
Kane kicks to touch, makes about 20 yards. Rovers now on the attack on the London 20-yard line. The tap will be taken by Paul Hughes. Hughes to Gareth Anford, who drives it in. Anford there making good yards. Put to ground by Reid. Hughes to Dickens. Dickens with the second drive. That's a great drive by Stuart Dickens, and the opening score after 14 minutes. Stuart Dickens scores to the left-hand side of the post after good work from Gareth Anford. Quick play of the ball, Paul Hughes. Hughes to Dickens. Second drive by Stuart Dickens. That looks slightly high. Dickens gets it out in the tackle to Andy Kane. Andy Kane to Tommy Hockey on the short ball. Tommy Hockey makes about 8 or 9 yards. That's a good run. Hughes again now from acting halfback. Comes blind. Gareth Anford. John Whittle's made the break. John Whittle. Can he get past Jermaine Coleman? He reaches to the line. That's a great reach by Whittle. And that's the second try for Featherstone Rovers from John Whittle. After 17 minutes. Paul Hughes acting halfback, showing a little bit of a dummy there. That's a good run by Paul Hughes. Paul Hughes, great yardage, 25 yards with that little show and run there. Tiger Anforth receiving the ball from Carl Hughes. John Whittle now back in the centre position. He's tackled by Tozer. Danny Kermond on the last tackle's got. Oh, great power play by Danny Kermond. Soon as London are back to 13, Rovers scored again. Danny Kermond about 15 yards from the posts. Paul Hughes signals to go right. Anforth back inside to Hanford. Hanford tackle well, this big prop from Castleford. There's Paul Hughes to Tiger Anforth. Tiger Anforth to Jamie Benn. Jamie Benn makes the half break towards the line. He hasn't got the strength to beat all the London tacklers though. Set move coming up from Paul Hughes. Hughes to Stuart Dickens. Dickens is over. Dickens is over. Sanity resumed. Only a yard away from his line. Taken away, acting half-back by Benson. The ball's been stolen by Jamie Benn. What an opportunist try by Jamie Benn. He stole the ball, and now the referee's going for a conference with the linesman. Absolutely no need to go for a conference whatsoever, but it looks like the try is going to be disallowed. And I have absolutely no idea why. And he's finally brought down by the London tackler. Quick play of the ball. Paul Hughes to Tonks. Tonks tackled by Matau, the second row for London. Paul Hughes spins it left to Ross. Good ball by Ross. Wayne McHugh goes in. Wayne McHugh goes in about 5 yards in from touch. Prolific scorer McHugh, 28 tries last season.
Stuart Dickens, a man of the match performance, but a frustrating game in many ways today.
Yeah, very disappointing, Terry. Last 4 or 5 weeks we've made some big strides forward. We've been hitting the straps a bit today. We're very disappointing. London have obviously improved a lot since we played them down there, but I think at times in recent games as well we're his own worst enemy, which can't seem to keep hold of ball for some reason.
Yeah, the completion rate were really poor today. It's a question if we've managed a set of 6, isn't it?
Yeah, I think normally in a game we look to complete between 75 and 80%. I'd be surprised if we've completed 30-35% today. Luckily we've not played one of the better teams in division, but at some point along the line, if we play like that, it's going to come back and haunt us.
Do you think it was a matter of complacency, having scored 60 points against London a few weeks ago? Did you think that you could possibly score on it off every play? Was it something to do with that?
Yeah, I mean, complacency sometimes happens when you think it's not there. None of the lads come into the game thinking, it's going to be a cakewalk today, we're only going to turn up and we've got to win. But obviously you score a couple of tries, little things that you're doing well, you suddenly go away from and think, we can score for every player, then the errors creep into the game. It's something we've got to rectify.
And a lot of penalties against Stuart today. What do you put that down to?
I don't know, it's a bit disappointing to be honest. Every week we seem to be getting caned in penalty count. I can't say that we were so much different in game than what they were, but for some reason referees seem to keep penalising us for some reason.
You scored 2 tries today, Stuart. Would you like to talk us through those tries?
We've got a couple of players what way we play when we get close to their line to try and get me, Tonker and Gaz Anford off the line every now and then. And luckily at the minute they're working quite well, so long may that continue.
And next week it's Keighley away. They're on the up as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Keighley is always a very, very tough place to go. I don't think we've ever had an easy game there, regardless of who's playing for them. Where they are in the table, it's always an hard game. Even more so this week, they've got 4 or 5 ex-Featherstone players, so we're under no illusions. We're going to have to improve a lot to go there and get a result next week.
Kick was from Paul Anford, and now Rovers with a chance to settle things down and start within the Keighley 40. Here's Jamie Field, drives it up to that 20-metre line. He'll play the ball now to Paul Hughes. Rovers coming to the open side. Anford's first receiver. He gives it to Anford. Lovely offload from Anford. Here's Andy Kane. They'll not catch him. Kane scores 5 metres to the left of the uprights. What a great play that was. It was the scrum half, Paul Anford, passing it to what looked like the standoff, Gareth Anford, and he played like a standoff. Lovely short ball there to the real standoff, Andy Kane, and a lovely try to the left hand of the uprights. Rovers 3 or 4 metres away from Keighley territory. They're in there now in the shape of Tommy Hockey, who's burst the line and spotted a gap. Shame he couldn't offload there. He had wild board on his shoulder, but he held on to it. No mistakes. That's the way to play it. Here's Andy Kane. Showed the ball and then turned in the tackle and made it into the Keighley 20-metre line. He'll play the ball now to Loz Wildbar. He gets it to Anford. Anford dabs the ball through and McHugh's after it. McHugh's got there first. No, it's Whittle, I think. Whittle's got there first and Whittle scored the try. Another good try for Rovers. Good play again from Paul Anford. Dabbed the kick along the ground. Whittle came from nowhere. It went him against 4 Keighley players. Whittle got there first. Touchdown. Second try of the afternoon to Featherstone Rovers. Kane, his first receiver. Misses out Dickens and went to Blakeway. Blakeway was tackled on the 20. Here's Paul Anford now, good short ball to Hockey, who's running it well. Lovely ball from Hockey to Loz Wildbar. Rovers has scored again. This is magical attacking play. That was a great ball to Loz Wildbar, and then a great flick up from Loz Wildbar as he was being tackled. And Rovers score the try again. 8 metres away, plays the ball to Paul Hughes. Here's Ian Tonks. Certainly not shirking the work out Keighley. They're playing this game very physical. Anford, good ball to Tommy Hockey. Rovers have got numbers if Hockey can offload here. He gets the ball to Kermond on the wing. Kermond scores the try. Another great try from Featherstone Rovers. Great work again by Tommy Hockey. Plays the ball to Adebisi. Adebisi runs for the line now, tries to get away from a couple of players. Good effort from the Rovers debutant. Held just a metre short, plays it to Paul Hughes. Here's Anford, inside ball to Loz Wildbar. Wildbar will stretch for the line. Wildbar will score the try. Again Rovers create the space in centre field with good work from the halfbacks. This time it was Paul Anford. He took the defence one way. Wildbar came in on his inside. He found Wildboar. Wildboar shook off the tackler, stretched for the try line, scored the try 8 metres to the right of the uprights. Rovers 32 metres away. Here's Tonks. Oh, Tonks is round another. Offloads again to Paul Hughes. Well, Paul Hughes isn't daft, is he? He says, I'll stay on the shoulder of Tonker all afternoon and I'll get some lovely ball to work with. Here's Jamie Field now. Good ball from him to Paul Anforth. Anforth this time goes himself. Oh, he's lost the ball just in front of the halfway line, but it's gone backwards. Loz Wildboar's picked it up, and Loz Wildboar there, he's picked the ball up half a metre, put it back down, and what's that? It's an hat-trick. It might just be what we need out of BC, because if you're going to be ultra critical of this Rovers team, you might say they lack a bit of pace in the three quarters, and you might certainly say that at times the defence in the centres and wings hasn't been good. Well, what I've seen of Adebisi today, he looks like a tremendous defender. Anyway, Carl Hughes steps away from Richard Knight easily. He's got space as Hughes, and he's found Whittle. Whittle's looking for Kerman. Oh, Kerman's there and dabs the ball back in touch. Kerman's going to score the try. That is a fantastic try from Danny Kerman. What a player he's turning into. I'll tell you what, he got the ball there like a true wingman. He took the players on the outside. He realised he was probably going to get banged into touch. He had the wherewithal to chip the ball back on the inside, followed his own kick up. It was perfectly weighted. He dived on it over the line. That was a terrific try. It was good play from Carl Hughes initially. It was great play from John Whittle, who somehow got the ball to Kermond, and Kermond's finishing speaks for itself. Here's Paul Anforth. Takes the line on himself. He's looking for support. There's nobody there. Oh, so he's ducked under some more tacklers and almost got himself free there, did Paul Anforth. Dickens, short ball to Anford. They'll not stop Big Gaz. Tugboats in for a try. Dickens again in that hooking roll, acting halfback. Here's Paul Anforth. Short ball to Jamie Field, back on the inside. Field keeps hold this time and takes the tackle 18 metres out. Kane shows the dummy. Oh, well picked up by Richard Blakeway. Really well picked up. Kane dummied it to him and then passed it to the same man. The defence was bamboozled. Blakeway had to stoop down, picked it up with his fingertips, managed to keep hold and scored a terrific try there. Paul Anforth, good ball to Tommy Ockey. Ockey running well in this centre. That's a good tackle though that comes in on him, but not before he's made 30 metres. And here's Paul Anforth now, shows a dummy, goes himself, he's into the 10, he'll look for a quick play of the ball. It's fifth and last, but here's Kermond. Oh, you don't need to run through him, Danny, do you? When you can just dive over him. Superman Kermond in for the hat-trick.
Coming up to watch this game, though, we've got a car full as usual, and one of the pundits at the back says, I'll be surprised if we score 50 points. Well, I hope he's going to buy me a pint after this match, because we have scored 50 points. Well done, Featherstone Rovers.
I won't be too surprised, Richard, because Dickens missed that kick as Ockey breaks the line again. He's got Kermond inside. Kermond's going to go under the post. Kermond's going to score his fourth try of the afternoon. Scintillating stuff from Featherstone Rovers. They've soaked up the pressure in this first half, and now as Keighley are tired and Rovers are hitting back. This time it was Ockey who came down the wing, running in the centre position. Kermond went to his inside. Ockey fed him. Kermond under the post. Fourth try. Terrific. And, well, Keighley looked tired, don't they? But Rovers look fresh as a daisy. That's a poor ball to Eaton. But the Rovers defence is there. Kane it is this time. Eaton's trapped on the 10 metre line. That's 5 tackles. Keighley are still in their own 10 metre area. The kick will come in now from Weston. But there, Houston charges it down. Here's Paul Anforth. Now that, I'll tell you what that is. For me, that is the try of the afternoon, because it was in the 80th minute, the dying minutes. Rovers have defended like hell to keep them in their own 10 metre. They've even charged down on the 5th. Ball's popped up. What a team try that is. Anyway, we're underway again. I tell you what, Adebisi is keen for a try here. He's all over here, trying to follow the support player. Who can blame him? Here's McHugh. He offloads to Dickens. Here's Anforth, inside ball to Loz Wildboar. Loz Wildboar's in for his fourth. This is tremendous. The hooter goes, And well, the Keighley players will be glad to hear that, because Rovers in these last 5 minutes never say die. Here's a debutant, Adi Adebisi. Not a bad team performance to start in.
No, yeah, I enjoyed it today. It's nice being in a good winning team, eh? So just, do my best next week to try and get some tries, eh? So.
Well, you might be wanting having a word with Obsy after that, because he's put you on wrong wing, hasn't he? Old Danny on other wing, he's scored 4 tries. I saw your hunting one there at the end, but it was still a good performance, Addy. Some good defensive work from you. I particularly remember one in that top corner where you put a big hit on their wingman and put him into touch.
Yeah, it's just, you have to just try your best, eh? So I'm just here to enjoy my rugby now, so I'm enjoying it now. I'm glad to be at Featherstone now, so.
Right, we've got Loz Wildboar and Danny Kermon. I know we've spoken earlier in the season to both of you, but worth pulling it out. 4 tries apiece, that must be a first, I think.
I think it is. Want us that made it, really. All we had to do was finish off. Barring one of Danny's long range efforts, chip over the top light. Has to put a bit of icing on the cake, but it's just good to be back into winning ways and not dropping balls and everything like that. Yeah.
Finished them well, and you've gone in for some scintillating tries there. I don't know, Danny, if you can talk us through that one where Tommy set you off in your own half of the field and you finished it under the post for your 4th try. Terrific effort.
Well, it's easy, isn't it, when you play, like Loz says, playing outside people like Tommy and Tiger and that, get good ball, and that's our job, to finish tries off, really, and that's just what we enjoy doing. Forwards will do graft and we'll get his name in paper, as they say.
All the tries were magnificent, really, particularly for me, that last one there where we've defended. It's not all about attack, is it? We've defended 5 players there, we've put them under pressure. I think Houston's charged the ball down and we've scored. I mean, that says a lot about this team ethic.
Yeah, it just shows you how much of a team we are. We've done a lot of work on his defence, but everybody knows the attack's been lacking a little bit in the last few weeks, so we've put a bit of emphasis on that in training, and it's come off today, but his defence has stayed the same as well. It's all been good, so good team performance again.
It's come together today. I know we've just got to concentrate on Gateshead. I know we've got strong games coming up with Barrow and Celtic, but take it 1 week at a time. I reckon we're going to go all the way this year.
Loz Wildboar and Danny Kermon, 4 tries apiece in the same game, and it's not often that happens.
No, they played very well, didn't they? Going forward, and Loz, I think, is showing his worth why he was brought to the club now, and he's settled well into the side. Danny Kermon, as we know, can score tries, and given the opportunities, he's a handful. And I'm pleased with them all, but obviously they get special mentions because of the try scoring efforts.
Well, and another special mention, a debut today for Adi Adebisi. I mean, the 13 tries scored. He didn't get on the sheet, but he showed up well.
Yeah, he turned the ball very well, and when he had to defend, he made 1 or 2 try-saving tackles in the corner. So he's a useful acquisition for us. What I've seen of him today, we can get some good use out of him.
And the most pleasing thing, I think, possibly for you, is that try at the end there. I mean, a defensive set on 78 minutes to keep him in their own 10-metre, charge a kick down and score the try. It says a lot.
Yeah, it just shows the enthusiasm and the spirit that's in the side at this moment in time, and when they're prepared to do things like that, when it were easy just to get to the end of the game, they wanted to put a score on them, because it was a little bit dirty in the niggly, should I say, in the first half, and the talk at half time was the way to respond to that was to put a big score on them, and we managed to do that.
And we're over halfway in the season now, and I guess we're where you'd want to be, David. Outlook for the rest of the season?
Well, the outlook for the rest of the season is to go unbeaten. That's our aim, but we've just got to keep doing it a game at a time. Obviously, people start getting edgy. The finishing posts in our sights, but we've still got a few fences to jump. And this were a potential game that could have been difficult for us, but we've put this one away. We've got Gateshead next week, and then we go against second and third in the table. So we're not looking too far ahead, but I think by the end of July we'll have a good idea where we're going to be.
We were asked 4 years ago by the Featherstone board to set up a study centre, an ICT centre, as part of Rovers' extended work in the community. And time hasn't half flown, believe me. And during that time we've had a great time. We've introduced a PFS centre, Playing for Success Centre, which is run by Tina Dransfield, and which has really extended the work of the club, probably way beyond they ever expected it to be extended. The work includes work with adults, with Wakefield College. We do work with excluded students. with Wakefield District Community School, as well as doing healthy living courses with young offenders in various schools and primary schools and secondary, both of them in the community. We also do special primary activity days which involve drama, literacy, numeracy and science. We do an astronomy day, for instance, as part of the science curriculum.
Our work with the excluded students means that we're reaching young people who obviously have had difficulty in their lives. They've been excluded from mainstream education, and they get a second chance with Wakefield District Community School and its provision at Featherstone Rovers. The young people that we work with are doing GCSE Maths and English course and science courses, and also ICT. So they're getting a second chance in life, and they're given the opportunity to work in an environment which is pretty much unschool-like, is the best way to describe it, and they do respond very well to that sort of situation. They also are surrounded by good role models because we use the players, they come and help out in various situations, and so you know, we are exposing them to a better way of life, if you like, in terms of learning, and they can see the opportunities that they can still achieve. The primary activity days, it's a joy to see the primary children who come down here and participate in the drama day in particular, where they get a chance to see a performance and also to participate in a workshop session where they can actually dress up in the costumes that the performers have been using during the sessions. Over the years, it's possible that with a changing community in Featherstone, the rugby club had become a little bit more distanced from the community. And what I think we've done by introducing an education and community section at the club is to reforge that link. We've had people coming down doing ICT courses who are 75 years old plus. And I think the relationship between the rugby club and the community department, and that's widely speaking the community department. I'm including Kevin Hobbs, who's the community development officer, and Tina Dransfield in the Featherstone Improvers Playing for Success Centre. We all work closely together, and we try to make things happen. We try to accommodate a whole range of activities through sport, if you like. A lot of it is developed through sport and healthy lifestyles, and I think that's the relationship between the club and the community and education is an integral part of what we do. And it's been really good to see the youngsters, whether they be 7 to 75, coming down here and getting involved with what we call lifelong learning.
Gateshead now, fetch it right, that's a bad ball by Martin. Gateshead lost about 20 yards there. Shane Wooden though makes some ground by beating Kane. Finally brought to ground by Wayne McHugh. Ball goes left. Gateshead with Tim Martin. Martin, that's a great offload by Martin to Pat Williamson. Williamson brought to ground by Loz Wildboard about 10 yards from the line. Martin spins it right, and the loose forward's going in for Gateshead. That's a great start. Loose forward Michael Knowles, after 5 minutes, has given Gateshead the lead in the left corner. Yeah, mate. 2 minutes. 3 minutes. Rovers, Anforth puts the ball in. Tommy Hockey from the base of the scrum. Hockey gives it to Kerman, 4-all. They weren't going to keep him out all afternoon. Mr. Carr gives the try. Danny Kerman scores about 15 yards in from the touchline to even it up at 4 points all after 17 minutes.
Dickens in with the tackle. Gateshead tries to bring the ball away, but lost the ball there. Hooter goes just as Featherstone Rovers take the ball. Half-time score, Featherstone Rovers 6, Gateshead Thunder 4. Scampering run, Blakeway going forward, looking for support, but he's well wrapped up by the 3 Gateshead defenders. Rovers taking the ball forward, Tonks, he must be there, and he is. When Mr. Tonks gets so close to the try line there, nobody is going to stop him. Not even King Canoe can stop the tide, and nobody can stop Tonks as he go forward to score a try. He throws the ball up in sheer celebrations. Featherstone Rovers on the attack. Going forward, 10 metre mark. The Gateshead players are creeping forward in front of the referee. Rovers going forward. Blakeway, it must be in. It's a try. Richard Blakeway over in the corner there. Excellent play. Rovers now starting to put a bit of space between themselves and the visitors. There, Featherstone Rovers back to the full strength. Rovers players being kissed better. Oh, and here he goes. The white tornado running down. Must be a try. Excellent try there. Andy BC scores his debut try for Featherstone Rovers. Well done, that man. Jerry Field awarded the man of the match by our sponsors. Kick forward there. Oh, we're going to have a try. It must be. Excellent try there. Same try by Andy BC. Excellent try. Two beautiful tries, well taken by him this afternoon. It has cheered the crowd up no end, does that. Houston driving forward. He's got a bit of a break there, is Jamie Houston. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the ball out to Jamie Benn, otherwise Jamie Benn would have been on the post there. And that's a hat-trick for Andy BC. He has scored his hat-trick for Featherstone Rovers. Excellent hat-trick.
Well, we're here to try and break the record for the world's largest haka people, which was set last year in Australia. So we need more than 2,300 people. And what we're basically doing is trying to put Featherstone and Yorkshire, of course, on the map. So everybody's going to know about Featherstone, and all the kids are here today, and it's a great thing, and it's a good day. The weather's kept clear for it, and so hopefully we'll beat the record today.
Now, you've been having a bit of a practice at doing the haka. How have you found it?
Well, I thought it was somebody that messed around with computers, but yeah, well, I've had a little go. I mean, I haven't been here that long to do it. It's my first attempt today, so I shall have a little join in with them and see if I can add at least another one person to it.
And the haka, you're supposed to intimidate the other side, the opposition. Do you think that you'll be able to sort of strike fear into the heart of calendar viewers?
Well, I've been doing that for years, but my act's criminal. But yes, hopefully. I mean, I know what it's all about. I mean, it's like a battle cry thing, isn't it, really, to put the fear into your enemy. And so that's what we're hoping to do. And of course, it's a great thing for rugby and everything in general, really. I think I might open up with it on stage tonight. I might have a bash at that and intimidate the audience.
That's wonderful, thank you.
And the teachers, thank you for taking time out to come and see us. Thank you. 10.
Today we're going for 2. Right, there is a world record being set for the cha-cha slide. All dancing together of the cha-cha slide. Let's have the people out of the stand. Come on, let's have you. And we've got to do this, you better get used to this, because we've got to do this for 10 minutes.
This is something new, and this time we're gonna get funky. Everybody clap your hands. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. All right, now we're gonna do the basic stuff. To the left, bring it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, let's go. Left foot, let's go. Shot, shot, real food.
Right then, Tina Dransfield, Featherstone in the community at its best, I would think, today. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely, most definitely.
And how did the idea originate?
It originated because another Playing for Success centre, Bradford Bulls, did this last year at this time, and they didn't break the record, so I thought I'd have a go.
So what was the record prior to today?
The record was set at 2,300 in in Melbourne, Australia.
That's for the haka. But we achieved the cha-cha slide, I believe, did we?
Yeah, the cha-cha slide one was not... Sorry, the cha-cha slide one, it could have been any song for 10 minutes with more than 548, and that was set earlier this year in March by Comic Relief in Bradford.
So how many actually danced today, Tina? Do you know yet?
We haven't got the official number, but somebody's intimated about 1,000.
So you're in charge of the Featherstone Improvers Centre, have I got that right? Yeah. Tell me how it originated and what its purpose is, if you would.
Right, it's in its 10th year, Playing for Success, which is the mother company, and there's 150 plus of the centres up and down the country, all linked to professional sports club like Featherstone Rovers. And I started about 2.5 years ago at Featherstone Rovers, and I've obviously loved it ever since. And we do maths, English and IT as an after-school provider for children aged 10 to 14.
And how many children have gone through your hands, would you say, since you started here, Tina?
Over 1,000. So we have 98 a term, so just short of 300 a year. That's just with Playing for Success. And now as we've evolved and developed, we get more children all the time because we have daytime activities as well. We only use the sporting facility because we don't obviously teach rugby or anything, but we use it as a motivational tool. So the children come because there's players on site and there's coaches, etc. And it's just a nicer place to be. I'm sorry to say to school teachers, but it's a nicer place than school. I am a teacher, so I do know the difference. And we treat them like adults, and it's a totally different environment, and that's what turns kids on.
Andy Prout, Chief Executive of Featherstone Rovers. Been a really good day today.
It has, mate. Yeah, we're really pleased. The weather's kept nice for us. Just clouding over now, but they've all gone now. Good turnout. Probably not as good as we expected, but fabulous. Well run. Good representation from the professional teams. A really fun day. I think this is paramount of what we're about.
Two tough games coming up. Barrow followed by Celtic Crusaders in the space of 5 days. It's a tough ask for the Rovers.
It is, I think, and anybody that thinks that the previous games that we've had against London and Gateshead and Keighley have been the easy games, so to speak. I don't think there's any easy games now. They all come to the top of the table. They all want to beat us. Thankfully, though, I guess we've got Barrow at home and we've got Celtic at home in front of the TV. If the guys can't lift themselves for that and the fact that it'll put us five points clear at the top of the table, then it's in our own hands and we've got to get up for it.
Stands back, takes a breath. And there it is, Stuart Dickens, 1,000 points in his career. That is absolutely brilliant. Doesn't it? Nice kick forward there, takes us up to the 27 metre mark. Jamie Field going forward. Takes us over the 20 metre mark to about the 15. Hanford, Tonks barnstorming run by Tonks there. Up the 8 metre mark. Once he gets the ball, it takes 2-3 Barrow players to bring him down. Rovers on the attack again. Good swing of the ball there. Lost wild ball, brought down, just 2 metres down. Hockey, he's gone over. From the acting half-back position, straight forward. Tommy Hockey scores for Featherstone Rovers. The fans are delirious. The players are delirious. Featherstone Rovers 6, Barrow Ward Raiders 2. A little bit of an argy-bargy there by Chris Whittle on the Barrow attacker. 40-20 must be. That was an absolutely stupendous kick, was that? Absolutely brilliant. The only thing missing from the Ganley, taking the ball forward. Barrow in, very soft try there. Atkinson, soft, a gift of a try. Far too easy. Looking for the kick. Must be another 40-20 kick. But they swing the ball out. Barrow going forward. Must be in for a soft try here. They've carved the first Rovers defence up. Swinson passes the ball forward. Jamie Field brought down by two defenders there. Swinson again acting half back. Swings the ball out to the right hand side now. Rovers, must be a try. Tommy Hockey, first try for Veston Rovers. That was a 3-minute lead. As you can see, the lead is changing hands very, very frequently. It's got all the atmosphere of a cup tie here. Lost wild ball there, up with him. Swinson, pass the ball out. Here we go. Almost over. Swinson looking for support. Pass the ball out. Yes! Wayne McHugh goes over underneath the post. Veston Rovers 16. Barrow 12. Rovers getting ready now. Atkinson kicks the ball. Good pressure there.
Don't let it down!
A very soft try there for Barrow Ball Raiders. The Barrow fans going absolutely bananas downstairs. Referee not satisfied with the scrum. Obviously he's seen something that we couldn't see from the commentary position. Rovers taking the ball away. Lost wide ball, brought down to ground, 35-metre mark. Rovers taking the ball forward. Danny Kerber going forward, underneath the post. Yippee! Featherstone Rovers, 36 minutes left, 4 minutes gone. Under the post there, Danny Kerman. Good try. Rovers 22. Barrow 18. Lost wide ball with the ball. Fifth tackle, referee signal, fifth tackle. Go on Featherstone, let's see what we can score here. Winning! Jamie Field. Fifth tackle, straight to the left hand side of the post. Saw the half chance, saw the gap opening up, straight in. Armistead brought down. Bit like Samson, if he had his haircut he wouldn't be any good. Barrow taking the ball forward and they've scored. Let's see what happens here. Must be a kick forward. Nice little neat kick. Well, that was an absolute humdinger. Straight between the uprights. Fair play. The Barrow player looked pleased with himself, so he should be. Barrow swing the ball out. Barrow on the break. They've got the overlap. Barrow are in for a try. John McLaughlin, half back. Good driving run there by Featherstone Rovers. Nice little knee kick forward there. Oh, Featherstone scored! They have scored! Featherstone Rovers have scored! Excellent try there! 90 seconds left on the clock.
Wayne McHugh, second try of the match. He's in 7th heaven.
Yeah, both sides had opportunities, and both sides took the chances as well. And it's what you'd expect from first and second in the division. A game that we're going to go right to the end. We did have chances, pulled 12 points clear in the second half, and we probably could have done better at that stage. But credit Barrow where they came back to the game, and that champion sides do champion things, and we went on and won the game from a difficult position. It's what we expected. Barrow have the strong side, strong outfit, and we didn't expect anything less. What we wanted to do was get the 3 points, and obviously Barrow have got the point out of it, and that we wanted the 3 points and we got them. Obviously we've got to turn around fairly quickly. Game on Thursday, but the guys are up for it, up for the challenge. We're still on target for what we've set ourselves to do this year, and I was pleased where the boys hung in there for the full 80.
And I understand you've got some special preparations for the Celtic game to attract people.
Absolutely, we've got all sorts. We've got family tickets at £10 a family ticket. We've got all sorts of attractions. Won't give too much away, but we've got a 10-foot robot that's never been seen in the UK before, going to be performing at half time for us. We've got all sorts of things planned, but I don't want to spoil it, so get yourself here.
Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. Give the guys a big...
So do you think we can do it today then?
Yes, I think we can, yeah.
Prediction for the score?
Very tight, very tight.
Right then, Lorne, what do we think for today?
I'm bricking it, mate. I hope we do it. It's a turning point for this of the last 30 years. It's the future, is this, Martin? Just this game.
We've got to do it, haven't we? And prediction?
I hope we're going to win. I hope we're going to win.
Rovers will win. I reckon round about 36-30.
No, you know me, Martin, I'm always quiet. But I think Rovers are going to win 30 points to 22. And I put Danny Kernan to score first, and hopefully he'll score last.
Yeah, win today, fat lady, microphone.
Any problems today?
Wet side, yeah, it's raining. It's raining. Biggest problem going. I just think that rain's going to even it out. I think we're better than them. If it's raining, it could all come down to a mistake, and that's then down due to if it's on our line, they could nip in. If it's not raining, it's clear we're better than them. I think we'll win.
I know this before I ask it. Who's going to score a winner?
We're going to score a winner, and I think it'll be Big Gaz in the last minutes.
I thought you might say Big Gaz somehow. Hero for you, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely. It gives big fat lads like me a good name.
Have we sold much beer today, Gary?
We've cleaned out, we've just sent Mickey for some more. It's manic, absolutely manic.
More than Barra?
We love it. Yeah, carry on. Well, mate, we'll continue, Emma.
And are we going to win this match?
No problem. No.
I thought you were going to say no then. I'm glad you put problem on there.
Mate, confidence is overflowing. Well, it is in here anyway, as well as beer.
Who's going to do it for us? Who's going to score that winner?
Tommy Hockey, Starman.
Dickens plays the ball to Swinson. Here's Paul Amforth, inside ball to Jamie Field. He drives, Gareth Dean's waiting for him, but Field's into the 6-metre area. Here's Swinson from dummy half. He's held just short of that line, is Swinson. It was a good score and a good attempt though. Rovers just inches away. Paul Amforth. Dummies to kick. Celtic get out fast. Amforth goes back. He's tackled. 9 metres out, it's fifth and last for Featherstone Rovers. Plays the ball to Swinson. Here's Richard Blakeway, he dabs a kick through. It's played by a Celtic player, and then he gets it away to the speedster, Grant Epton. The chase is on here. Grant Epton's going to go the full length of the field. And now it's Paul Ballard's on here, and Paul Ballard's going to score the try. That's very, very sad for Featherstone Rovers, because Featherstone Rovers were on the attack there. Now watch Bubworth. Oh, he goes back to Van Dijk. Celtic spread it. Here's Quinn. Oh, Quinn's done the Rovers defence there with a sidestep. Stuart Dickens was left in no man's land, and Quinn's over for a simple try. And Celtic Crusaders go 2 tries in front here, extend the lead to 10 points. Tonks held 5 metres away. Plays the ball now. Here's John Whittle. Good tackle on him though by Mark Delacourt. And it's Danny Kermon. Kermon's in for a try. Kermon scores in the corner. Danny Kermon for Featherstone Rovers. The Celtic defence were caught napping. Rovers came down the blind side with John Whittle. He got up quickly, played the ball. It was 1-on-1 for Kermon. The defender hung back. Kermon showed him the inside, then went on the outside. Scored a good wingman's try. Budworth, he's broken away as Neil Wyatt. Rovers in a bit of danger here, and he's got away from the fullback. Is that a forward pass? No, says the referee. He's happy with it. The touch judge is happy with it. Small band of Celtic fans behind the railway end. Must be delirious at the performance that their team's put in. Long trek on a Thursday night match. Shouldn't affect them. I think most of them are full time. Here's Duggan, gets the ball away. Oh, and Celtic are in again for another try. This is turning into a disaster for Featherstone Rovers. Ashley Klein awards the try. Stuart Dickens. Good tackle though on Dickens by Chris Beasley for the Crusaders. Andy Kane. Ball to Wildboar. Wildboar steps inside the defender. Wildboar scores the try. Was Wildboar for Featherstone Rovers. It was good work. It had to be finished. It was a good ball behind from Andy Kane. McHugh ran the dummy run. Wildboar got the try. Good footwork from Wildboar and good strength. Got him over the line. Quinn plays the ball to Budworth. Celtic along the line. Duggan joins in as he always does. And Celtic are in at the corner for another try. Mr. Klein awards it. Disaster for Featherstone Rovers. Blakeway plays the ball to Swinson. Here's Stuart Dickens. Good ball from... but it's forward, says the referee. Featherstone Rovers 12, Celtic Crusaders 32.
Rovers on the attack again. Up to the 10 metre mark. Still trying to swing the ball out to find a way through this Swinton defence. Swing the ball out to the right hand side now. Jamie Field overran it then, which was unfortunate, but we're going forward again. Rovers, Richard Blakeway in for the first try. Just over 5 minutes gone. Featherstone Rovers 4, Swinton Lions 0. Well done, Richard. Swinging the ball out. Nice little kick forward there. Really nice kick forward. Swinton have got the ball. Going to go underneath the post. Excellent try there. Well weighted, quick. They had the look at the bounce. Again, 20 metres. Rovers kick forward. Excellent kick there. Rovers. Excellent try there by Carl Hughes. Another penalty to Featherstone there. It got Swinton offside. To be fair to the referee, Swinton have been offside, but equally so a Featherstone. Blakeway going forward, second try. Unfortunately, it didn't go under the sticks. Greg Hull, the Swinton fullback, was there just to catch him. That was superb play by Mr. Blakeway. McLaughlin, acting half-back. Jamie Field going forward, but it's brought down by two Swinton players. Interception there by Swinton, and it's away. Straight under the post there. That was a good try. Rovers some 3 metres away from the Swinton line. Taking the ball forward. Matty Dale using his strength. Rovers going forward. Pheasant Rovers are in here. Jamie Field scores. Dean Gorton yet again. Dean's been quite in the thick of things this afternoon, trying to motivate his players. Swinton going forward, and they've scored. Just the right hand side of the post there, about 10 metres in. Pheasant Rovers defence seems to have gone to sleep there. Stuart Duckins then doing loads and loads of hard work. Swinton taking the ball away to the left hand side. Neat kick forward there. Swinton have got the ball, they've scored. Stuart Dickens kicks the goal. Pheasant Rovers now have the slight advantage. Swinton Lions 22, Pheasant Rovers 24. Swinton swinging the ball out, but they make a mess of that. Wayne McHugh's got the ball. He's going like an express train. He's going for the line. He scored a try. Excellent. York have been deemed offside there. Obviously the referee is stamping his authority on this match, wanting it to be clean, wanting both sides to maintain the distance. Stuart Dickens passes the ball out. Rovers going forward. Must be in here. There we are, first try. Andy Kane, first point to Pheasant Rovers. Pheasant Rovers 4, York City Knights 0. This Rob Hanforth is a real character, a real beefy forward. Swinton looking for support, and he's got support, he's away. Just after the mark, the 8-yard mark. Dickens going forward, passes the ball. Rovers going forward again, must be in here. Rovers over the whitewash yet again, but it's held up. The ball is on his... That was interesting. The referee signalled that the ball was held up on his back. The judge didn't see it like that. He saw the ball had been grounded first. Try to Pheasant Rovers. Andy Sullivan taking the ball forward, along with their hooker now, Jamie Elston. York must be in here, but they're not. Right side prop, Andy Sullivan takes the ball forward, must have been half a metre. Pheasant Rovers defence seemed to fall asleep there. York have scored a try. Rovers taking the ball forward, Blakeway going forward, straight to the heart of the York defence. Rovers taking the ball forward, the shape of the fullback. Rovers going forward. Jamie Field brought down some 5 metres from the Pheasant Rovers from the line. Rovers going forward, we're in there. Good thing, quick thinking. Pheasant Rovers score a try. Rovers driving the ball forward. And we're in under the post. Joe McLaughlin scores underneath the post. Again Dickens, dummy runner. He's going forward himself and he scored. Ball goes up in the air there whilst jubilant celebrations. Well done, Stuart. Dickens acting half back, swings the ball out. Rovers taking it forward. Lost by a ball, half back position, but playing at full back. Stuart Dickens acting half back. Swinging the ball out to this left. Pheasant Rovers in. Bit of a fumble, but Danny Kerman scores yet again. Featherstone Rovers 28, our visitors from York 12. Stuart Dickens acting half back, and we're away again. Ball out to the left, lost by a ball, underneath the post. Featherstone Rovers 38, York 12. The game certainly went to Featherstone Rovers in the second half. What was said in the dressing room in the interval? Because the discipline was a bit lacking in the first half, with all the penalties were going towards York.
Yeah, we addressed that. Dave sat us down, calmed us down, and I think that's what was the difference. You know, we got a bit hectic the last 10 minutes of the first half, and he just addressed a few things, and we've put it right in the second half. Although the penalty count was still high, pretty high.
Right, Jamie. First time you've been interviewed by the illustrious team here. I regard you as one of the quiet men at Featherstone Rovers. You're always working hard. You're always there forward. Not the superstar, but I would say probably the 110% all Featherstone Rovers. Have you any comments on your time at Featherstone so far?
Well, I've been here 8 years now, and it's great. Working with people like this old man, learning ropes. I'm still quite young for a prop, so it's got to keep going, haven't I?
Very young.
I've got to say, I know you ain't calling him a star, but he's a fantastic person to play with and to having his side. He gives 110%, like you said, but awesome player, played awesome again today.
What future ambitions have you got?
I'm not looking no further than end of the season, to be honest. We just want promotion this year, and then whatever happens next year happens. Everyone's just focused on end goal of the season. Fight hard for the next 3 matches, get 3 wins. It's out of our hands, but if it does come our way, we'll take it gladly. If not, playoffs.
Substitution for Hunslet. Number 10, William Freeman, has been replaced by number 15, Joey Walker.
Takes the tackle on the halfway line. It's the 5th and last. Tommy Hockey from that acting half-back position puts the kick in. It's collected by full-back Wilson, and Wilson returns the ball. Good tackle by McHugh on the 20, and McHugh's ripped the ball out there in a one-on-one tackle. Great work from Ray McHugh. Rovers have got the ball back. Here's Andy Kane bringing Dickens on the inside. Dickens almost away from the tackler. Gets into the 10-metre area before he's tackled. McLaughlin onto Loz Wildbow. Wildbow does himself. Wildbow's in. Wildbow scores the first try of the afternoon. Loz Wildbow for Featherstone Rovers. Just waiting for a Workington player to join the scrum. He's in there now, so Forber feeds the scrum. Taken out the back by Lunt. Back to Forber. Oh, they've got an overlap on this side of Workington. Workington are in and score the try. Ball goes to Forber. He chips over the top. Tommy Hockey's there to try and get the ball, but the ball bounces out of Tommy Hockey's hands under some pressure. Now the ball's loose from Workington, picked up by Met, and with the tackle count wiped clean, Workington are just 7 metres away from the Featherstone Rovers line. There's Sean Lunt. Referee Mr. Lawton awards the try. Play the ball to Gavin Swinson. And penalty there that the play the ball has gone again, Rovers. And that's criminal. That really is poor discipline. And this discipline has got to be sorted out, Richard.
I would agree on that. It's been poor for about the past 6 or 8 weeks. Well, it's been poor all season. We've had quite a few sin binnings and a few sendings off. And first thing I've got to learn, keep the gob shut, get on with the game.
Well, it's Workington who have got on with the game there, and Sean Lunt's gone in for his second try there. Oh, well, this is just terrible, is this? I tell you, it's poor discipline, speaking out of turn, creating pressure in their own 10, and then the one-on-one defence close to the line. Terrible, terrible. Good tackle on him by Wayne McHugh. Here's Fraser. He's brought down by Kane and McHugh. Oh, he's beaten the line as Matthew Tunstall. He's still going. He's found his scrum half, Keaveney. Keaveney's in behind the post, and that was just shocking defence again from Featherstone Rovers. Big drop forward. He's gone through 3 Rovers forwards there. Found his scrum half. His scrum half's gone in for an easy try under the post. It's Rovers 6. It's got to be Workington 22, and it's not good enough. Workington slowing this play the ball down. I think that's what's frustrating Rovers as Swinson goes for acting half-back. He's up to the line, but he's just pushed back now as Swinson. Stuart Dickens is at acting half-back. Gets the ball to Paul Anforth. On to Ockey. Rovers got a bit of space here. Ockey gets away from the defender, scores the try. Good work from Tommy Ockey. Good work from Paul Anforth. Rovers shifted it right quickly. Ockey came onto the ball. He had a one-on-one. He beat his man easily. Scored the try. Here's Paul Anforth. Short ball to Tommy Ockey. Ockey driving towards the post. This is the 5th and last. Swinson to Anforth at first receiver. Anforth dabs the kick through. Kermon's in. Kermond in like a plane, coming into land. Stoops onto the ball. Scores the try. Good dab through from Paul Anforth. That's what we've been missing in recent weeks. Kermond read it well. Came in. Picked the ball up, dived on it, scored the try. Rovers scored early in this second half. That's what they had to do. Kermond from dummy half. Oh, he does well. Pushes a player off. Gets into the Workington half of the field. Swinson goes from dummy half. Offloads to Ian Tonks. Tonk has got the full-back to beat. Really good tackle though by Martin Wilson. Tonka tried to run right through him. He held on well, did the full-back, but Rovers in good field position. Here's Paul Anforth, shows the dummy, goes himself. Anforth scores just to the left of the upright. This is the start we want to the second half. That was clinical. Ian Tonks takes it into the Workington half of the field. Runs up the middle of the pack. Oh, he's playing well, is Tonka. He's had a new lease of life this season, as Ian Tonks. Says Swinson now. Spins away from a couple of tacklers, then offloads to Ockey. Oh, Ockey in full flight. Ockey steps inside the fullback. Ockey scores underneath the post. Chris Miles is cheering. All the Rovers fans are cheering. That's good work from Featherstone Rovers. Good work from Tommy Ockey. There is nothing better than seeing Tommy Ockey on the chart in full flight, going in underneath the post. What a start to this second half. Rovers 26, Workington Town 24. Swinson is coming off for a break. McLaughlin's back on the field for Featherstone Rovers. I like to see Swinson on the field, mate. I think he gives us some good goal forward. But here is McLaughlin. Oh, he's doing a job as well. He's fed Whittle. Whittle's going under the post. Whittle scores underneath the post. What a fantastic second half for Featherstone Rovers. There's me saying, oh, Swinson's gone up the field. I like to see him on the field. But his replacement, McLaughlin, went straight up the middle, solved the dummy, through the players, through the fullback, found John Whittle. Whittle under the post for a simple try. It's Rovers 32, Workington Town 24. Andy Kane thought he might go for a 1-pointer there with game being tight. Anforth short ball to Carl Hughes. Hughes takes a tackle on the 10. Kane takes a step back. Will he go for the drop goal? No, because Anforth kicks it crossfield looking for Adebisi. Adebisi takes the ball. Adebisi Adebisi puts the ball down, does really well to stay in the field of play. Adi Adebisi scores the match winner here for Featherstone Rovers. The try is awarded. Adebisi is the happiest man in West Yorkshire. He's got a smile that's beaming. He's skipping about. He scored the try. He's back here. Everyone's looking. I know was going for the drop though. Paul Hampton says, no, I'm not. I'm going to put one up in the air. I'm going to land it in the end goal area. And Adebisi is going to jump on it. He's going to manage to stay in the field of play. He's going to score the try, score the match winner. Then he's going to go for the hop, skip and a jump. Ought to be at the World Athletics Championships doing that triple jump. Rovers are going to win this game. What a second half turnaround. Well, there goes the ultra. This will be the last attack. So kicks in field, does the Workington player. Oh, Sean Lunt collects it. With the last attack, Workington are going to score. So it's a good job that Rovers just scored that previous try. Otherwise, Workington might have nicked this game. Right, Gav, looking good now. Performance looked good in second half as well.
Yeah, well, shows character at the team, and we all stuck together, and it just shows with the scoreboard. We come out on top. What more can I say? Eh?
Indeed, I mean, first half was a bit frustrating. I think, discipline-wise, you think discipline were letting us down a little bit. I mean, we've been conceding a lot of penalties in the last few weeks. Is that down to refereeing decisions, do you think, or is discipline lacking a little bit of time?
I think it's not discipline as much. I think it's just frustration throughout the team. I mean, you could see we weren't exactly getting run of play. Lads are just getting a bit frustrated. So it's that's all we can really expect. I mean, lads are wanting to get up and play the ball, and Ronnie Lawton's wanting to penalise us. But at the end of the day, I mean, that's not important. We come away with points, so we're happy with that.
We're guaranteed to finish second now, so I know you've got to get off. But so we're moving into the playoffs now, and confidence is high in the camp, and we're going to do it, are we?
Oh, sky high, definitely. I mean, we haven't finished in top spot. We're not title champions, but we're going to definitely be there. We're going to get there and get it National League 1.
I did hear you scored what turned out to be the match-winning try. I think you got the Brodies smiling West Yorkshire.
Yeah, I tried my best. I just jumped and I looked at the balls in my hands, and I thought I would just try and put it down before my leg touched the line. So it just came natural, really. So hopefully we should go. We've got a home tie now, so don't know who we're playing yet, but hopefully we want to. Our aim is to win the grand final. So as a team we have to do it and to pull everyone through it.
And if I can say, mate, I think it's been a big season for yourself. I think in the last few years you've had a few injury problems, but this season you've stayed fit, played a full season, and I think your form's grown and you come on really strong towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I'm just happy to find a place where I'm comfortable, and I think on that left-hand side, second row, that's where I like it. Fair enough, I've had a few injuries last 2 years. Last year was just a year for me personally getting back into the game. So close to. Don't like to say it now, but I was so close to packing in, and just Dave having faith in me, and Dave Downs putting a lot of work into me, gym and wrestling and tackling technique. I'm just loving it. I'm happy. I'm happy now.
Well, I'm glad you didn't pack in. You certainly come on strong this season, Richard. Next week then we play Barra. I mean, I can't really see Celtic slipping up against Gateshead. I think they're a good side. So we're going to finish second now. It looks like a bit of a dead rubber. How do we approach that game next week?
Well, I think we've been approaching it for the last, since we lost to Celtic. We decided there and then after we lost that game that we were in playoff football mode right from that loss at that game, and we've been turning up. And to be honest, from a player's point of view, and I'm sure fans are frustrated sometimes, but we haven't put 80 minutes together since, Keithley maybe, and we know what we've got, and we're just doing enough to beat sides at minute, but gradually we're growing, and them 20 minutes burst we've got there, one day we're going to gel. I know it's late on its season, but we're going to gel, and we're going to fire, we're going to kill somebody, do you know what I mean? We're going to really, really maul the team.
Well, let's hope we get to Headingley. Let's hope that is at Headingley, yeah?
Oh yeah, that's a dream, mate, innit? That's a dream.
Cheers, mate. Alright, Chris, well, growing up in Leeds, I bet you never thought you'd have a stadium named after you in Featherstone of all places, did you?
No, I didn't, but it looks beautiful, look at it. It's very nice, it's quite a proud feeling. It's a bit weird, but it's also weird for my dad, who's also called Chris Moyle, so he comes along as well, sees his name on the wall. But it's very exciting. and especially after a game like today, which was a bit iffy in the first half, but great in the second half. So all good.
Game of two halves, wasn't it? I think. Were you in the dressing room? Did you have a few words at half time? Is that what it is, or you just stoke the crowd up?
Well, I got the crowd going. We mentioned the referee, and then they wanted me to play, but I've got a bad back, so sadly I couldn't play in the second half or any half.
I think we'd have put 50 on if you'd have made it out. But I hear you had a nice spam sandwich though, so that made up.
I had a nice sandwich. It was very nice. I think I'll be tasting that for the next month. It was good, and I tell you what, they're very lively around where we were sitting. All the kids are screaming, and it was good. It was a really good atmosphere actually today. I enjoyed it.
It's a bit of a local sport. People get passionate about the local
Absolutely.
team. You don't see much down in London, but it's thriving up here in Yorkshire and Lancashire.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yorkshire, mainly Yorkshire. Yorkshire, obviously, is nicer. But no, I enjoyed today. It's really, really good, and I'm just hopefully going up now.
Howard, a major sponsor of the club from Sargent Connectors. I see your company's name on the community stand over there. Can you explain a bit how you got involved with the club?
Well, we were originally asked by Phil Young about 18 months ago if we'd be interested in sponsoring Featherstone. Both Andrew, my partner, and myself are interested in sport and rugby league, and thought it'd be a good idea. Yeah, so we actually sponsored a game initially, one game. We thought we'd get a feel for it, see what it was like. Had such a good time that we decided to get involved a little bit more, and the stand was offered to us, and decided to sponsor it. Well, because of the involvement we had, we knew that the club were looking for a sponsor for the stadium itself, and there didn't seem to be too many people rushing forward to offer the kind of money that they were looking for. And one morning, driving to work, listening to Chris Moyles, he was talking about Leeds United, and had this quirky idea that maybe we should call it the Chris Moyles Stadium, and maybe he'd talk about Featherstone Rovers. And I initially went to see a guy called Ben, who a lot of people will know as Longman, who's a friend of Chris Moyles. He had a sandwich shop in Rothwell, just up the road, or down the road from Normanton. So I went to see him and bought a bacon butty, and sort of asked the question of him and said, look, what do you think Chris would think to this idea? And instead of ruling it out, which I thought he would do, because I have to say I was quite embarrassed when I asked him, because it was the type of question I'm sure he doesn't get every day.
Did you know him before that point?
No, never met him. Turned up, bought a bacon butty and said, by the way, I've got a question to ask on behalf of Featherstone Rovers Rugby Club. Do you think Chris would be interested in having the stadium named after him? And instead of laughing at me, he said, let's ask him. He has 3 hours on the radio every day. He's got to talk about something. He's got an ego. And maybe he'll find it, something that he'd be, really pleased about. So that started us down a very, very long route of contacting the BBC, the studio, talking to people there. They then put us on to Vivian Claw, who's his agent, and she initially said no. She said because of his contractual. Because of his contract with the BBC, he wouldn't be able to speak about Featherstone. I basically went back and said, well, look, he talks about Leeds every day, so how does that work? At that point, she sort of said, right, OK, let's ask him the question, let's start talking to him. And I think it took about 2 or 3 months before we got the email back saying that Chris will be pleased to have the stadium named after him, and of course that was a fantastic day. No, it's been great. I think the reception he got today at the club was fantastic. I think when he walked out onto the pitch, we were losing at half time. We were all a little bit concerned, but very, very warm welcome. He's a great guy as well, and I think the other aspect of this is that it's not just himself; his whole family have thrown themselves into it. Jim Moyles and Chris Moyles regularly come to the games, and now we've got Vera coming. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady, and she's really well up for it. He's brought sponsors. We know people are sponsoring the club now because of Chris. We've got JVC on board and Daewoo and people like that, and other people to come. I know we had the Spam people here today. That's because of a connection with Chris and Longman with his sandwich shop. So yeah, and he's now agreed to continue for another year, which is better still. Absolutely fantastic. So we know for another year he's going to be talking about us again.
I'm thinking about having a lap dancing pole in the middle of the pitch.
That'd be marvellous.
That rises up at half time, and then we just have a couple of strippers. Something classy though, not nothing saucy. Just to keep the crowds going at half time.
Should put a few on
I think it'd be nice. So if you wouldn't mind helping me out auditioning.
I think I'm made for it, don't you?
No, not you. Not you to actually do it, but just
Picking the winner.
Picking up, yeah, like X Factor will be
Like-
the judges.
yeah.
You can be Louis Walsh.
Like an ex-ripper.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so yes, so should we go to the next season? Yeah, I'll be back next season.
Good stuff. Well, cheers, Chris.
No, pleasure.
You could be the
No worries.
saviour of Featherstone Rovers yet.
Let's hope so. That would be good, wouldn't it?
The more bigger names that we can get in here, the better. And I know that Chris, I was talking to him at half time and at the end of the game, he wants to help us with that. You know, he knows that he can get, you know, Featherstone's name out there. And let's face it, if we are, you know, the most spoken about rugby team in the country because of Chris Miles, he's done a good job.
Steve Dooler, a well-known name from years gone by, when in 1968 I went to Wembley as a school kid. Here's Zolt back inside to Osler. It's the last tackle. It's going to go high again. They're looking into the sun, Featherstone, so it could be problems. It's all on. It's knocked back by a Barra player. It's out to Harrison. Harrison's going to go in. And it's a first try for Liam Harrison. Joe McLaughlin at dummy half. Out to Gareth Hanforth, charging for the line. Obviously going to be dangerous, these big lads, if they get within 5 metres. Paul Hanforth. A little chip through. It's a nice kick and it's a good try. Oh, he's given offside. John Whittle claimed to be offside. So Featherstone looking for the first try. It's Paul Hanforth back inside. Good running from Wildball. Just a yard short. Well tackled by Andy Ellis. McLaughlin. Out to Kane. Nice ball. And it's an easy try. Big gap. And I think it's John Whittle, is it? Or Wayne McHugh. Paul Hanforth telling him to get deep. He might change his direction. He'll chip for the corner. It's well taken by Armistead. Now the need feeds Ganley. Ganley gives it out to Nicky Beach. It's a leg race. They'll not catch him. They'll not catch him. He's going to go in under the post. Nicky Beach. Nicky Beach for about the third time this year scores a full length of the field try. There's nothing wrong with that. No intent in that one, just lifting his leg. Here's Alt. Alt finds the gap now then. Who's he got with him? It's out to Ganley. Now it's going to be a try. And Ganley again backs up. And Ganley goes in under the post. Jamie Marshall on. Here's Alt. Out to Wisner. Wisner, oh, shows the dummy. And Wisner goes in. Barrow on the attack again. Alt, can he get his try to bring the 2,000 up? That'd be a nice thing if he can go over for the 4. It's Ellis. Ellis out to Wisner. Wisner finds Ganley deep. He gives it out to Basson. Basson dummies. And he goes in at the corner. Basson dummied and went over to make a final score of Barrow 30. Featherstone 4. Good game here. Featherstone will be hard done by. I made it 16 points. 16 penalties to 9 to 6 against them.
This will give chance for both teams to catch the breath after the quick opening 6 minutes or so. Rovers pick up the ball in the shape of Loz Wildball. Stuart Dickens driving the ball forward, nicely wrapped up by 3-4 Barrow players. Swing the ball out now. Rovers. And we're in a chance here. Good play by Featherstone Rovers. Featherstone Rovers, congratulations to the players there. Referee had a good long hard think about it. Danny Kerman scores for Featherstone Rovers. It's pleasant that it's not actually raining here. Nice testing kick there, picked up by Richard Blakeway. Richard Blakeway picked up two trophies. and the recent Player of the Year award. Rovers going forward again, like a steam train. Nice little kick forward there. Andy Adebisi, he must score here. Featherstone Rovers, excellent try there. Featherstone Rovers 8, Barrow 0. Wayne McHugh. Excellent try there. Gareth Anfer scores. Featherstone Rovers 12. Featherstone Rovers 14. Barrow Board Raiders 0. 22 minutes remaining in this half. Barrow swing the ball out. Excellent break there by Barrow. That was an absolutely superb try by Liam Harrison. That will give life, give blood to this Barrow set of fans. Tonks is like a steam train at the moment. Andy Kane taking the ball out. Rovers, quick hands. Quick hands, we must be in here. We are. Wayne McHugh scores a try on that far corner. Let's concentrate now on the rugby league in this second half. 2.5 minutes gone. It's been all Barrow more or less so far this half. Barrow driving the ball forward, and Barrow have actually scored. Barrow have scored a try. That brings the score up to Barrow 10 points, Featherstone Rovers 20 with a kick to come. Rovers swinging the ball out now. Steve Dooler. Considering this is his first match, we played in the under-21s a fortnight ago, and he's now back at his best. Nice player is Steve. Featherstone Rovers swinging the ball out to the right hand side. Excellent play there by Featherstone Rovers. We're going forward. Excellent try there. Good back pass. It got Barrow well and truly flummoxed that. Rovers grimly defending the Featherstone Rovers try line, which is under siege yet again. Barrow going forward and they're in. Martin Osler's try score there. Featherstone Rovers penalised there for lifting up on the ankle at the play of the ball. Lack of discipline there by Featherstone Rovers, which has cost Featherstone Rovers quite a lot of ground advantage this season. Barrow going forward is in. Mike Baston scores a try. Acting half back now, Featherstone Rovers with the ball yet again, swinging the ball out to the right hand side. Wilmere, we must be! Jamie Field. Well, Featherstone Rovers 34, Barrow 20. That's it. Featherstone Rovers are through to the final.
Mark Campbell, you're one of the founder members of the Friends of Featherstone. I'm sure you'll be very pleased with the way things have developed in that area.
Yeah, Terry, it's gone. I wouldn't say it's gone straight to plan, but we're not far off, and it's been an exciting season. We got pipped at the post with Celtic, with I won't go into all the advantages they had over us, but just for us to stay at the top of the league for 3 quarters of the season is a testament to Dave Hobbs and his coaching staff and the players, and hopefully we can just push on and join them in NL1 for the next season.
Realistically, it's as good as we could have hoped for, bearing in mind that Celtic Crusaders full time and all the advantages that they do have over Featherstone and other clubs in this division.
that is a massive advantage, bearing in mind our players work 5, 6, 7 days a week and then have to come here and train and then prepare and get themselves in the right frame of mind for a match day, which, taking that into consideration, that for Dave Hobbs and his coaching staff to get what they've got out of us, our players, and get them as fit as what they are, is testament to their qualities as a coaching staff.
And just turning to yourself, Mark, you've recently been awarded the Clubman of the Year trophy, and well deserved in many people's opinions. Just tell me a few of the things that you have done for this club this season, Mark.
I don't know where to start really. Just in general, I wanted to try and improve the club. First of all, I wanted to fetch somebody in for the conditioning side. I felt we didn't look sharp. We need get a more professional attitude to training. We fetched Dave Hobbs in. Dave Downs in. We set up the gym for him, which we've seen the benefits of that as the season's progressed. We did the scoreboard, which, as a sponsor from the previous season, I felt like the club let themselves down in a way by not treating the sponsors as they should, which we've improved on this year. The sponsors' lounge has been absolutely ram-jam full all season. There's been a fantastic buzz about the place, not just the sponsors' lounge, but the whole club in general, which they weren't there last year, which has been a pleasing aspect about it. And I felt as though this year people are talking about Featherstone Rovers in a positive way again, as they should.
And the success that the club's had this season, I think it's fitting tribute as well to one of your co-founders, the late Tony Kenny.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be looking down a week of Sunday and wishing us home. And I'm sure his wife Carol will be there, who comes to most home games. And it's testament to Tony who'll set it all off, and hopefully we've done what he wanted us to set out and do, which I think we have. We've got a fantastic fan base here. Just to see all them supporters what trail about all over the country, which they have this year, Gateshead, Workington, Celtic, the away following has been absolutely fantastic. I thought a little bit disappointed as home gates, but bearing in mind this season, there didn't many clubs will fetch a great many fans, so next year should be a lot better than if hopefully we'll be in NL1.
So the future's bright, Mark?
Definitely the future's bright. We'll be stronger, better next year as a club in general, and the things we're doing behind the scenes is all geared, because it all comes down to money. And if we can generate more funds, the supporters will see that out on the pitch.
Big game today in the grand final. Have you got a prediction for the score?
I think it'll be very close, but I think we'll just do it by 2 points.
If we can play like we can, get us forwards on top, as half-backs, we've got 2 good half-backs there, we've got pace out where we can do it, we've just got to get on top of it forwards. I think that's going to be key battle.
Alan, you've got the bar open early. Is there something happening today?
Yes, big match on today. Everybody's buzzing at Featherstone Rovers, and this is how it used to be many years ago. Let's hope it's the start of better things to come.
It's been quite a good season, really. I mean, we've been in Division 2, but ups and downs. We've had some good days in here, and on the field as well as off the field. Parttwo on the pitch, you were responsible for that. Happy with the way that turned out?
Happy with the way the actual party went on the night, absolutely fabulous. The fact that the people of Featherstone didn't appreciate really what we were doing, and we could have done with another 1,000 people, but who knows, there's bigger things planned for next season. Not so much tribute acts, we're looking at better acts altogether. The Kaiser Chiefs has been mentioned, Peter Kay's been mentioned outside. Who knows what's going to happen down here at Featherstone, but I'd like to think that the party on the pitch was a forerunner to what could possibly happen in the near future.
Rovers are going to win today by 20 points. We've been here since 7 o'clock this morning cleaning up, and we've been doing bacon sandwiches, sausage sandwiches and egg sandwiches. Now we're going to get ready for the match and be back at 7 to open the bar.
I'm like that, but always the optimist. Anyway, hello Terry.
What about Cass, Mark? Oh,
well, I hope our neighbours get absolutely arseholed.
Well, Gary, you've organised this, what is affectionately known as a nut bus, for a long time now. You've got 2 buses going today. Something special happening?
Bus and a minibus. We don't know, mate. I think it must be weather fetching them all out. It's a nice feeling, isn't it? As long as we don't clock back 10 years to what happened at Huddersfield, that's what we want to avoid.
And early start, we're sinking a few beers before the game and hopefully a few after.
A few sherries, Martin, you know us. We like to enjoy ourselves, but it all lubricates the tonsils, as you say, doesn't it?
It does. Ready to shout for the lads. And you got a prediction today, Gary?
Yep, there's only one winner. Featherstone Rovers, mate, today.
Yeah, I think we're all G'd up, aren't we? I've got a little bit of nostalgia here. Me 1952 Wembley finally, so I've got a bit of my dad here with me today. I thought that would a bit apt, and fetching my granddaughter and my grandson to match, but I've left him on bus because he's got a Castleford shirt on.
I saw him in Clubhouse. I'm surprised that's allowed in your family, Maureen.
It's terrible, but his dad's a Cass lad, so what can you expect? And his other grandparents are Cass fans, so...
Who do you think's going to win?
Featherstone.
And who's your favourite player?
Ian Tanks.
You think Tonka's going to score?
Yes.
Winning try?
Yes.
Victory, obviously, and we're promoted to National League 1. Defeat, we stay in National League 2 for at least another year. Give us a feeling as to what that means, perhaps in financial terms, sponsorship. You know, what will be the difference between those 2 leagues for Featherstone Rovers? How much is on this game?
I think it's immeasurable. I've said all along, you know, it's not the end of the world if we don't go up, but it will have a significant effect. This club is now renowned across the UK through the association with Chris Moyles. If we move up another division, I'm sure there'll be far more interest from financial backing. People are aware that there's a salary cap in Division 2 of £200,000, which we just about managed this year. Going up into Division 1 will give us £400,000. Now that's not to say that we'll either pay the players twice as much or get a whole new squad in, but we've still got to find that money. Even if, you know, we could extend to £400,000, where do we get the money from? Now, getting into Division 1 attracts those sponsors because it is a prestige thing. You know, people love to be associated with winners and Super League, and if we're in Division 1, we're halfway there, and we really need to do it today.
Wayne McHugh, it's grand final day. Featherstone Rovers are there, chance to move back up to NL1. How does that feel?
It feels good. It feels very good at the minute. It's a bit tense, and we've trained well for it. So,
and just give us an insight. Preparations any different this week? How do you prepare for a big game, or is it just, you know, treat it the same as any other week?
I think lads have got together well with it, and we've trained really well this week. We've trained hard, physical, and then we've just worked it down to end of week. A lot of ball work, and it's good. It's a good feeling in camp.
And you're playing Oldham. I think we've beat them in 2 narrow games this season. They're usually a physical side. It's normally a physical game. They did a good job on Barra last week. And what are the lads expecting from the opposition today?
We're expecting a tough game, but we know inside ourselves that we're strong enough and we're more physical than they are, and I think we know what's going to happen.
Chris, it's 3 games in a row, innit? You're a regular.
I know, I'm telling you. I'm the good luck charm.
Well, let's hope you are. Have you got a prediction for us today, Chris?
Yes, Featherstone Rovers going to win.
Big time, easy?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be a landslide. Well, the Lions have just set the record, set the tone for the day. So, yeah, I reckon I'm not going to give any kind of score prediction because every time I do that, I'm way out. So, a win, landslide victory, and then plenty of pints.
That'll do me.
We're going to win.
By how many?
I don't know, but we're going to win.
15 points difference.
Definitely a win.
15 difference, and it's for us.
I know you're looking for that magic match-winning try.
Tommy
Tiger.
Hockey.
Tiger.
Tommy.
You can't say Tiger today, can you?
Why not?
Castleford Tiger.
Oh, boo, Castleford Tigers. It's our Tiger, never mind them.
Oh, we'll win. Win easily. Won't win easily till the second half, I suspect. It'll be a tough first half, but I think we'll pull away at the end.
People keep asking me if I'm nervous. Not at the moment, but I'm sure when the referee blows the whistle, I will be. Kick-off time.
Sleep all right last night?
Yeah, no problem. No.
And we saw you, typical chairman you are, always one for the club, drying the pots this morning.
Well, you know me, Martin, I'll have a go at anything, just to try and find out what I'm good at.
And we'll be there in the clubhouse tonight, hopefully celebrating a victory. But what really does it mean for Featherstone Rovers? What will it mean to be playing in National League 1 rather than National League 2 next year as a club?
Well, first of all, it'd be great to meet you back at the club because you owe me a lot of drinks. But more seriously, it means everything for Featherstone, the town, the players, the coaches, and the supporters throughout the country that we've achieved while we've got the Chris Miles banner behind us. So there's a lot of people rooting for us, so hopefully we're going to do it.
Well, we've got Danny Kermon's family here. It must be a very proud day to watch your lad playing a grand final.
Very, very proud day, yeah, he's really doing well, team's doing well, and I hope they do well today and do them.
It comes on back of a good week for Danny, really. He was in National League 2 Team of the Year. He must be delighted at that, and a lot of tries as well this season.
Oh, he is, over the moon, isn't he?
He is, yeah, absolutely.
Nominated for Young Player of the Year and all, so he's done well, playing in a good team.
Well, and I'll tell you, these fans think a lot of him because we've been asking for people's predictions. Who's going to score first try? Who's going to score winning try? Danny's name's coming out all the time. What do you think?
I'm not bothered who scores winning or who scores first, as long as we win it. I'm not bothered who scores them.
As a team and we'll win.
Just play well and get it won.
You'll be cheering for your brother here today?
Yeah, we'll be.
Got to go back to Catterick.
Yeah. Got to go back today.
Special compensation to come and watch match, was it?
Yeah.
Well, I hope it works out for you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Well, David Hobbs, we're here, National League 2 Grand Final. This is what we've been hoping for.
Yeah, we've been waiting all year. You know, we knew if we didn't do it outright that we would have to do it through the playoffs. And you know, credit to the players. They've worked hard this last month and got themselves a good performance against Barrow, and they're ready for today.
So preparations have been good, have they? You know, things going well, and we've got a plan to work to.
Well, fortunately, we came out at the end of the season pretty healthy, and then we came through Barrow okay. Motivation hasn't been an issue. You know, the players are really up for it, and they've trained hard, and we've just had to work on one or two areas once we found out who our opponents are going to be. But we believe we may have done that. But I mean, the key to it is the support today. You know, the Featherstone support has been great all year, and they're going to be great today. So they hold the key for us today.
Well, the support does look good, but the opponents at Oldham, they did a good job on Barrow last week. The scoreline surprised me a little bit, but we've had two tough games against them this season. You'll be expecting another, I guess.
Yeah, it'll be a fierce encounter early on, and it'll be whoever cracks first. But we don't intend to do that. We've watched Barrow from last week, and when they played Oldham, and Barrow caused them some problems. They just didn't execute the chances very well, and but we've got obviously players that we believe can do better, and we intend to try and play at a pace that Oldham are not comfortable with.
And Featherstone Lions have made it one for Featherstone. David, let's hope that the Rovers make it two. All the best.
No reason why not.
So the biggest 80 minutes of the year on the way for both of these two clubs. Who will make it? Will it be Featherstone on the right of your screen in the hoops? Will it be Oldham on the left of your screen?
It's 9 years since those Featherstone fans missed out on Super League after that heartbreaking NFP Grand Final defeat to Wakefield, and a decade since Oldham slipped out of the elite after the first two Super League campaigns. And David Hobbs there, the Featherstone Rovers coach, you're hearing the part he played in the Featherstone Cup winning team. This is another huge occasion for Featherstone Rovers this afternoon. This is Blakeway now for Featherstone, trying to capitalise on that Oldham mistake. Paul Hanforth. Good run here, comes in from Tommy Hockey. Gets Featherstone over the halfway line. Paul Hanforth. The captain Stuart Dickens now, and a penalty for Featherstone Rovers. And it's Stuart Dickens, the Featherstone captain. 123 goals already this year for Featherstone Rovers. It's 40 metres out, but very, very central, and a great chance for Featherstone to put some points on the board early on. This will settle a few Rovers' nerves if this one goes over. It's got the distance, it's got the accuracy, and Stuart Dickens gives Featherstone Rovers an early lead. Featherstone had 3 in that Dream Team awarded on Wednesday evening.
That's a great hit up. Late footwork at the line, off his right foot, avoided that defender and got a 2-man tackle.
This is Coyle now trying to examine that Featherstone line, and it's an Oldham penalty for a high tackle. Jamie Field in there, and Gareth Langley has the chance now to level things with this penalty for Oldham.
Both teams just feeling each other out, not going for the attacking mode. They're just going to take the easy 2 points as they get down there in the 20. But James Coyle, that's a big play of James Coyle. I see quite an easy kick there, 28 metres out. But a big play for James Coyle is he likes to stand wide of the ruck and step off that left foot back in to catch the lazy defenders who were trailing behind.
Here's Langley then, just try and slot the ball between the posts. He's done that, and the Oldham fans behind those posts delighted because he's levelled things. Featherstone 2, Oldham 2 now. This now is Jamie Field. Field gets the ball away as well. Andy Kane is held up just 5 metres short. Great position this for Featherstone Rovers. It's Dickens who tries to use all his power to get over. McLaughlin is still camped under those posts, but it's a penalty now to Featherstone. Dickens will have another chance maybe to put them back into the lead. And another great position for Stuart Dickens. Such an experienced kicker. 4 out of 4 when Featherstone beat Oldham 24-18 in June. The simplest of kicks here, and slots it over with absolutely no problem. And Featherstone now back in the lead. Hockey, Hanforth, long pass this time for Andy Kane. This is Blake.
Great offload.
Offloads back to Kane.
And again, a high shot that kept his feet. He's gone back to give the penalty there for the shot.
See again, Rob Roberts conceding the penalty.
You know what, deep down, Ben.
They're not going for 2 this time. Ian Tonks gets them to within 8 metres now. Hanforth. Oh, it's an intercept for Adam Hughes. Adam Hughes has the speed. Adam Hughes with surely the first try of this grand final. He's going to race 90 metres, Adam Hughes, to put Oldham ahead. 3 tries against Barrow in the qualifying playoff. Made it 6 in 3 playoff games. Make that 7 in 4. Adam Hughes with the class. He sniffed out the opportunity and then had the pace to race 80 metres to get to the try line. Featherstone with a great chance then in the dying moments of this first half. This is Swinson. That's Andy Kane with the kick. Andy Kane's kick. Wayne McHugh is there, and Wayne McHugh, right on cue, has scored for Featherstone Rovers. We said that neither side respected possession, but it's Featherstone Rovers and David Hobbs' side strike a crucial blow before half-time. Wayne McHugh, a try in the opening day win over Oldham, and now a crucial try against them in the National League 2 Grand Final. And Dickens with a chance to give his side a 4-point lead now. It's a great kick from Stuart Dickens from the touchline. And Featherstone will go in at half-time with the confidence, with the momentum, with the enthusiasm. They lead by 10 points to 6. Those Featherstone fans, some of them will have already seen the Lions triumph already on this ground this afternoon. And Wayne McHugh's try has put Featherstone in the driving seat after 40 minutes in the National League 2 Grand Final. They lead the penalty count 7-4.
They looked for that play in the first half, didn't they? Coming in again.
Great offload from field. This is Hanford. Hanford finds John Whittle in space, and Whittle pulled down by Gareth Langley. It's a quick play the ball though, and Featherstone could punish Oldham here, and it's Paul Hanford who scoots away. Paul Hanford turned 26 yesterday. What a birthday present that is, because that puts Featherstone Rovers further ahead. They lead 14-6, and Paul Hanford, the man of the match, when Featherstone Rovers put their place here against Barrow, has scored a crucial try for David Hobbs' men in the National League 2 Grand Final.
Paul Hanford there, just dummying the one side, going the other, and just having the speed. Just Ian Sinfield caught too wide of the ruck there. The man who's got the ball is the most important man when he runs, and there it is, just great vision there by Paul Hanford just to get over.
For the conversion attempt. No problem with that one. And so Featherstone now with a 10-point lead, and maybe only 10 points, Barry, but the way things are going, maybe 1 foot in National League 1. Swinson got the ball away quickly, and Andy Kane gets Rovers rolling forward again. Matty Brooks unable to prevent the offload there, and Paul Hanford causing all sorts of havoc in that Oldham defence. Plays the ball quickly. Swinson. Tonks now. Back to Swinson. He's seen a gap as well. Devin Swinson accelerates away. He's kicked ahead under huge pressure. It's Wayne McHugh who's chasing this. 2 for Wayne McHugh. 2 in 2 minutes for Featherstone. If Gareth Ewer will give this.
Okay, Ben, can you just
He's going to check for the onside, offside now. And it's Swinson who made that initial break again, coming from second phase. Those offloads killing Oldham. Is he onside? Yes, I think that's a try. As you look at the shading on the pitch, there's the darker shade and the lighter shade. There it is.
The video ref's decision, and the try is awarded to Wayne McHugh. 20 points to 6 now. Stuart Dickens with the conversion attempt from right in front of the posts. 4 from 5 already, surely 2 more here. And Featherstone Rovers go out now to a 22 points to 6 lead.
But you know you were saying before, Barry, regarding the players going into a series is battle hardened. As Rob Roberts is judged to have lost the ball, frustrated there.
Just tries to throw Richard Blakeway away there. The referee has intervened.
That's the last thing that they want, Rob Roberts to get sent off. He's a big, aggressive player. He's a player that they probably look to and taking the ball out. He just got the ball reefed there by Jamie Field.
Blakeway there, you don't need that.
Winding him up.
And, I don't like to see that. Let's have a bit of humility. And if you're losing, you're losing. You need to,
that's what it was.
Here we go. We don't need that.
He's going.
Richard Blakeway has been sent off for Featherstone. McLaughlin. This is Paul Hanford now, and Gareth Hanford with the inside, on the inside run. Hanford. It's going to be a drop goal attempt here from Loz Wildboar. Loz Wildboar with a successful 1-pointer. 23 points to 6 now to Oldham. Hanford. Featherstone, of course, had the week off. Maybe it will tell here. This is Gareth Hanford. Hanford plays the ball. Now it's Wildboar. Another drop goal. 2 drop goals for Loz Wildboar. He said he got his first Featherstone drop goal a few moments ago. Well, it worked that time, so do it again.
Again, they just keep plugging away. Come away from your opponent's line with some points, but I'm going to go back to that argument, Tez. I think you're better off having those big fellas coming off their own line, rather than coming off a short kick-off that may come, it may work, it may not. There's 10 minutes left.
Well, have Oldham got the effort and the energy, really, to try and cross the try line themselves? Onyango almost in touch. It's the Featherstone crowd who are counting down. And 2 years after they got relegated into National League 2, it's Featherstone Rovers who return to the second tier of Rugby League. They will join champions Celtic Crusaders in National League One next year. A 24 points to 6 victory, comprehensive in the end, their third win over Oldham this season.
They've had their glorious past, and maybe this is the start of a very, very bright future for them. The supporters certainly hope so. Paul Hanforth, complete with the cloth cap. He wins the Man of the Match award, that's the trophy. So the Featherstone Rovers players start their way up the steps to receive the trophy. The trophy that says they are in National League One next year. Philip Jones, who is the Secretary of the United Region of the Cooperative Group, Graham Lyles, who is the President of the Rugby Football League, plus the winning chairman of Featherstone Rovers, they're all there. But it's the National League One Grand Final winners, and it's Ian Tonks who is actually picking up the trophy. It is not the captain, Stuart Dickens, but Ian Tonks is the man who takes the silverware and passes it down the line. And it's a highly deserved victory. As I say, they're a team that of great tradition. They didn't make it into Super League. When the competition was born in 1996, they were full of angst in the village of Featherstone about that. And they have continued the fight, and they have battled their way back. All right, they took a dip 2 seasons ago, but now they're back, and they're back one step away from Super League. They've got a tidy little ground there, Phil. They have the potential, they have the history. I wonder if they have the finances in place. I wonder if they've got the youth system in place. I wonder if there is a bid possible for Featherstone Rovers to join the big boys.
I think for some clubs it would actually suit them to aspire for that, and maybe others not. I mean, it's up to the owners and people who run and manage the Featherstone club to decide what their future is and the best moves for them over the next 5 to 10 years. But they've played very well today. They were clearly the best side, and it's about performing when you're under pressure. And Featherstone, supported so well by so many people from, as you say, a relatively small village, have travelled here to Leeds to show their support for their local heroes.
And of course the Featherstone Lions getting the village off to a favourable start in the National Conference League Grand Final earlier on with their victory over the Bramley Buffaloes, and now Featherstone Rovers winning the National League 2 Grand Final. Lovely
Paul Hanforth, Featherstone Rovers, National League 2 Grand Final winners. How does that feel?
Absolutely brilliant. That was his goal to start the season. We've done it hard way, haven't we? But we're there, and that's all that matters. End of the day.
We've done it well though. I thought from the first minute to the last minute, a terrific performance. Defence outstanding, and then we built on that in second half.
That won us game. We ground them down in first half. We got really stuck into them, and we reaped the rewards later on in game, didn't we? They were out on the feet, I think.
And a good contribution from you, a personal man of the match performance. How does that feel in a final?
Well, it's not about individuals, it's about team, and I could have gone to anyone today. I'm obviously happy to get it, but team effort, and we all deserve it.
Well, Dave, we spoke before the game, but everything went to plan. First minute to the last, awesome display.
Yeah, the guys have been fantastic for a month now, you know. And once we knew where we were in the playoffs, you have to adapt to play playoff rugby, and that's what they've done today. And that performance out there today, I don't think they would have scored, through that defence. Towards the back end of the game, everybody to a man, defending like that. And what a great feeling when you got this support. It's fantastic. We planned for more or less every eventuality, and it just went according to plan. And it's nice when it does.
This is my grandson, the youngest Featherstone Rovers supporter, 6 days out. A week out tomorrow.
He won't remember it, but you won't let him forget it, will you?
I won't let him forget this moment now. It's fantastic.
Brilliant. What's his name?
Harry Anthony.
I read in paper this week that you've been playing 14 years professionally. This is your first final, is that right?
It is, yeah.
And how does that feel?
It's been worth the wait, mate. Absolutely awesome to be here with Featherstone Rovers. Get where we should belong, the First Division. It's been magical.
And Stuart, you've captained the team to this. and you must be proud of the team. Defence, awesome.
Yeah, I'm delighted, mate. You know, it's first time for a long time we've put a real good, strong 80-minute performance in. Lads have been absolutely outstanding today. We knew Oldham were going to come and give us a good game. They did, you know, they fought us right down to the very last minute, but we've been absolutely outstanding today. Defence, absolutely awesome. I don't think they made one line break against us all game. You know, credit's got to go to coaching staff and lads, and also all them people behind back at post that have shouted us on all game.
Yeah, well, NL1 it is next year, Stewie. You'll be there, I know you'll be there, the team will be there, the supporters will be there. Let's roll on for a good season next year. But before that tonight, you and the boys have a good drink and celebrate.
Enjoy yourself tonight.